We're working on it. I mean, I'm having a good time getting to be here. I'm not trying to get too crazy. I already announced that I'm going to be hitting a training camp right after this week here, and we don't know who yet. It doesn't matter. I'm calling out the top guys, so I got to be ready, and we're hoping for a fight towards the end of 2015. Got to get one more in this year.
Cool, so let's talk a bit further ahead than that. Where do you want to be by the end of 2016? What's the next year look like for you?
Well, I'm pushing very hard for an Andrea Arlovski or Junior Dos Santos fight. I believe either one of those is going to make me #1 contender, defeating them, and I'm going to go on to fight for the title next year, and I'll be defending the title next year, 2016.
Are you going to be attending the UFC 189 this weekend?
I'll be watching it somewhere. Tickets were kind of hard to come by. Only the champions got tickets this time. It's nothing crazy. It's just the way it always is. It's the way it is this week. There was always a UFC this first couple weeks of July, and it's always a huge event. And we don't normally get tickets, so I'm not offended. But I'll be at the UFC in Chicago in 2 weeks.
Good stuff. And I know the man on everyone's lips this weekend is Conor McGregor. What do you make of him? What do you make of his antics?
Hey, there's no antics. It's getting people interested in watching the fight, and that's the name of the game. It's not about sport. It's about entertainment. We have a job to do. We got to go out and finish fights, and not just finishing fights. We got to get people interested in watching. I'm almost 50% Irish, so hey, got my Irish guy's back. But he has an extremely tough fight in Mendes, and the only issue I have is he didn't fight one of the top 5 guys to get his #1 spot. It's politics. It had nothing to do with it. But this fight is the fight he gets to say a lot. If he can beat Mendes, he's going to silence a lot of people and prove who he is. And if he gets mollywopped and smashed and thrown around, well, back to the drawing board he'll go.
Your prediction then, Ben?
If I'm a betting man, you got to put money on the money because Mendes has a good style against Conor. Conor, I think his fight with Aldo was a great fight for him. Aldo's going to stand with him. He's a good striker, he is. But Mendes is it's about matchups, and I don't know how much Conor's worked on what he's going to face in Mendes. So as a betting man, I'd have to bet on Mendes for that fact. If Conor wins this fight, will I be surprised? Absolutely not.
Ben, thanks for your time, my friend.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good week in Vegas.
Check out MMA latest. They're trying to build up UK and all around the world, so check these guys out. Give them a shot. Give them a look. Thank you, guys.
UFC 5-week here, ahead of UFC 189 this weekend. First of all, Ben, how are we doing?
Hey, fight fans, I'm here at National Fight Week here with the UFC, and we are having a great time. Thank you.
And are you here, obviously, 5 week just to interact with fans, or is there a fighter as well on one of the, I don't know, the Invicta card or the finale, who you're also here to support one of your teammates?
It was really about getting here for the fans. That was #1 priority. While being here, I'm going to get to see a couple things and I'm going to go to the Invicta fights. Got to see some of the fighters doing their things. LUBMMA.com, here supporting some of the fighters. Big Invicta supporter and fight some of the up-and-coming girl fighters. So it's great. We've got to support them. I think the Invicta does a good job because we've got to build the talent to come into the UFC. So it's a good thing for all of us. It just builds a sport overall. And obviously International Fight Week, we're going to be at the Expo Friday and Saturday, so it's a great thing for the fans. And it's truly, it's international. I can't believe how many people I've met from all around the world, to come here and be for this week. So a fighter, a fan, this is awesome. So
yeah,
props to everybody around.
Absolutely. And in terms of yourself, obviously, you're one of the characters of the heavyweight division, really. You're always sort of entertaining inside and outside the cage. I wanted to ask, obviously, looking at the back of your latest 3 performances, all very impressive displays. What are you sort of aiming towards now? What's your next objective in terms of your next step back into the cage? Who do you fancy fighting?
I'm pushing very hard for an Andrea Arlovski fight just because we're sad. There's a chance he might get pushed in the title fight, and if that happens, I'll wait happily till December. Junior Dos Santos said he'll be ready. So those are the 2 that I got my targets on. I got to have one of those fights. You know, people can, you know, the fight critics can think what they want, just match me with some of those guys, and I'll show you everything you need to see. Because after that, I believe there's no dispute. I'll be fighting for the title in 2016.
And do you believe that Stipe Miocic will be the next guy now to get that title shot? I don't think anything's been confirmed as I'm speaking here today, but do you believe he'll be the next one to get the title shot?
Well, here, I'll break down a couple of the guys that are ranked in front of me right now. The reason I pushed Stipe into the title fight is because he had a dominant performance against Mark Hunt. Yeah, he lost against Junior Dos Santos, but it was a very close split decision, or whatever it was, a decision. It was close. And if you watch the fight, he had a good win streak prior to that. So I think the guy has kind of earned his way. The reason is Junior Dos Santos is out right now. I said I wanted the #1 contender spot, but Junior's, we don't know he'll be ready in December. I hope he is. Maybe he is, I don't know. But Andrea Arlovski obviously is a lot of guys people are picking to go into the title fight. That's why I think it's a great fight for me. People say, what about Kane and Travis Brown? They're both on a loss. The guys I've just talked about, we're all on our wins. So typically wins versus win, losses versus loss. So I think Kane and Travis Brown should fight each other to get each other back in the mix. And obviously Werdum's going to sit back and wait for him to get to him.
Yeah, and do you believe that Werdum would prevail against both Stipe and Andre, the sort of two that are most prominently being talked about at the moment for getting the next shot?
If I have things my way and I'm going to fight, I believe I'll be fighting Werdum for the title in 2016.
Okay. And I wanted to ask as well, regarding you sort of come in from now the post-fight interview and very entertaining and what have you, and I've seen some comments subsequently for you saying that basically maybe they were taken a little bit out of context, but you still would like to come to Fight Week and chat with Dana White specifically to have a chat with him, maybe clear the air. Have you had a chance to see him yet this week, or do you plan hopefully in the next few days?
No, I'm past it. It is what it is. You know, UFC does their thing, and you know, I'm here to fight for the fans. You know, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have another fight, and hopefully it's a high-profile fight, and that's all I got to focus on. I'm just going to keep going out and finishing fights and giving the fans what they want to see, and everything's going to take care of itself.
But I also saw in that same interview that I read about you're on good terms obviously with Joe Silva and what have you. Is it something you're just going to take a backward seat and sort of fly under the radar a little bit in that regard, just like you finally were talking about?
I mean, as you can see, I'm getting a little more interviews. On a lot more of the news sites that are, you know, prominent, and people are starting to hear what I have to say. And you know, it's the time is now. I'm on a 3-fight win streak, and it means something in the heavyweight division. And I have a high finishing ratio. That says something. You know, that's saying a lot. And it's just I've been quiet in the past because I'm real big on dues paid. You know, and hey, I was an up and down in the beginning portion of my UFC career. I had some losses prior to coming in, and it is what it is. But now that you people are seeing that I have the confidence and I'm ready to be who I am, and that's going to be a champion, you know, now's the time to talk. Now people are going to listen, and you're not just going to hear my voice, it's my fists, and they're going to make a very loud noise.
And I just wanted to ask as well, obviously, sort of discussing Dana White there, you mentioned you kind of passed it now, but is it not something you're still interested in, just to chat with him, explain the comments, kind of clear the air a little bit, you know? Not something that really interests you now?
Yeah, I'm over it. You know, what do I say? It's one of those things where, you know, people. I'm only gonna throw my name out there so often. You know, if you don't want to come in my direction, then that's fine. I'm over it. I'm not gonna keep begging anyone for anything. I'm going to do my thing, and then unfortunately for them, I'm gonna make it where they come to me. You know, I might not be reacting as happily as I would have earlier. You know, now it's about business, and I'm going to take care of business.
Okay, and just regarding the fight, if it does materialise with Andre, if you get your wishes in fighting, how would you perceive that fight to play out?
I'm not just going to win, it's going to be in devastating fashion, because, you know, actions speak louder than words. When I say that I'm going to go on and take on the title, yeah, I can't just win the fight in just any way. I mean, I have to make an example. I have to show everyone what I'm about, and that's what's going to happen. That's why the fight can't just be against anybody. It's got to be the right opponents. They have to mean something, and that's everything that I'm talking about. You know, if any of these things that are happening that I'm talking about transpire, it, like I said, you're going to find out as soon as I get that fight, as soon as I get in the cage and get to show you.
Yeah, and essentially you perceive it to be a title eliminator between yourself and Andre, if obviously it comes to fruition, and then the winner will get the winner potentially, Miocic and Werdum.
Yeah, I think performances speak a lot. I mean, there's guys, especially when you got the group of us, you know, Stipe, Andre, myself, you know, even a couple other guys, you know, we're in the mix, so you have to separate yourself. And I think think it's not just winning a fight, it's how you win the fight and how you go out and do it. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm ready now. I think it's obvious.
Ben, absolute pleasure. Thanks for the time.
Hey, thank you. I just want to throw out again, like I said, check out LUBMMA.com, international news site to try and help build a name. Like I said, really helping the Invicta girls and build up that. But of course, the underground and the forums. You guys have been in business for a long time. You helped kick our sport around when it was in its dark period. Remember, I've been fighting since 1999, so I remember the dark times, and I remember how news sites like the underground are what kept us together. So I appreciate all you guys. Keep talking, keep doing your thing, and hey, I love you for it.